So, what are you in the mood for today? Meat or seafood?
I think seafood.
Okay. All right.
think
Do you want
that's
on
the
a
man.
salad? Do you want on some? Do you want some starch?
I want salad, of course, no starch,
Okay.
and just your usual surprise.
Hi, I'm Chris Allen with The Long Way Home. We're here in North Salt Lake, Utah, the Times and Season, one of the most unique places and great people that you'll meet. You'll be happier, healthier, you'll learn a lot about logistics, history, and food that makes you healthy. Come on in and let's check out Times and Seasons.
We fillet all our fishes from scratch. And then because by looking at them at whole when we buy them, we look at their eyes and their gill. The eyes are clear and the gills are red. That tells me the fish is usually about 24 hours in the water. That's the only way I can tell that the fish is fresh. If you buy them in fillet format, that fish can be 10 days old and you won't be able to smell it until it's been exposed to a lot of oxygen, and that's when it starts going bad on you. And so that's one way to ensure that my fish is less than 24 hours out of the water. And what it also does is that we fillet them, and that allows us to give the customer a lot larger fillet. But when you're grilling with a piece of skin, what the skin does is a couple of things. There are a layer of fat that sits on here, and what it does is it melts and it gets into fat as flavor. You're eating salmon, and predominantly it's one of the highest omega-3, and so allow you to have that fat in there. And all we're doing is just putting it on skin size down first, and we lower it. And you want to hear that sizzling, because what that does is that gives you a nice grill mark.
So, John, as I understand, you're the very first customer that Chef Hai had.
Right. I was number one. Came in, asked him what he was about. He said, I'll be whatever you want me to be. And I said, okay, how about dinner tonight? And he said, yeah, come on down. So we had 12 of us that night. And he said, what do you want? And I said, what do you have? And I said, where's the menu? He says, up here.
And this is probably the most popular Vietnamese dish of all the Vietnamese dish. It's called pho. What makes us unique is that we take our black Angus, and then we cook it like our prime rib dinner, and then we serve it into the pho. And it's unique because most of this pho that's served in the world is all really flank steak. And we don't use those because we only carry the high-end stuff like the ribeyes, the tenderloins, and that's it, okay? All right. As you can see, we're at a point where we need to flip these fish. Everything in here runs on very temperature oriented. Okay, so we got the caramelization on the salmon perfectly, and this is when we flip, and then flip the other fish.
And what kind of fish is that?
This is a walu from Hawaii, and all we do is just let them sit. We're going to start the pho right now, and I need to get a bowl and a pho and a noodle. Yep, there's a noodle and a pot. I'll be right there.
You walked in, made eye contact
Yes.
with the Chef Hai,
Yes.
didn't even order, and he brought you some pho. How does that happen?
Oh, he knows what I like to eat. He knows.
We're going to make some Thai chicken stir fry. It is the most popular dish in the building. We take chicken thighs because it has more fat contents, and we marinate it for about 4 hours, and then in ginger, garlic, lemongrass, fish sauce, and brown sugar. And that's what we do is we just half grill them, as in par grill them, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do a stir fry that goes with it. And we're going to take it over here and do a stir fry. What makes the stir fry so healthy and so unique is that it is done in such a high temperature stir fry. It's about 200,000 BTU, 4 feet flame. It has what they call a volcano flame in there because it's very, very hot. What it does is that it just concentrates the flavor. And so this thing will burn water in literally less than a minute.
We come down every time anybody in the family's sick and get pho soup. But he's also got one that's called cold soup. So it's just a little different, but he's got some things in there that we know that the duration of our illness ends quickly because of his soup.
Marrow bone broth is probably one of the most coveted things out there. The one thing that you probably don't know, in the Vietnamese kitchen, there's not an oven. So they don't have the abilities to roast their bone like we do. And so because we have very, very hot oven, we have a huge advantage because when you roasting right before they burn, you caramelize all the flavoring inside of this, and that's the whole idea of this. And what we do is we'll take big femur bone and we use this, as you can see where the fat is, and it's been well documented. Bone broth is really good for you, really, really healthy. And all we're doing is infusing a whole bunch of aromatic into this. Okay, and so we'll do two things at once.
Why did you come and see Time and Seasons today?
I've driven by it a million times, and I've always heard really, really good things. They've got great reviews, and my mom said it was awesome, so I had to come check it out.
So we'll take some heavy whipping cream and some tomato sauce that we make from scratch, and then we'll take some yellow zucchini, some fennel, and then we will make some pasta. And we'll take some penne pasta that's half cooked, and all we do is, that's it. And all we're gonna do is heat this up, and that's the basis of our pasta. So we'll take a sauce that is a Thai-based curry, and what we'll do is we'll throw a product in here called ginger garlic lemongrass, because when you start talking to Thai aromatic, that's what you have, is a ginger garlic lemongrass. And then what we'll do is we'll throw some fresh vegetable into here, and it's constantly changed. We use about 300 variants of vegetable as the season provided to us. What you have in here is turnip, fennel bulb, fennel seeds, collard greens, and bean sprouts into here, and then some bok choy. And that's all we're doing is making this dish. And as it get heat up, it break down. And that's all it's going to do. It's going to sit there and wait for the New Zealand lamb. And this is seasoned with our own spice blend, and what that does is that we use it on just about everything in here. All our chicken, all our fishes, all our beef is grilled with it. This is what we call finished seasoning. If you give your customer the best product that you have that moment in time, you will guarantee that you'll have a good chance that they will come back. And so the watermelon radish does for you is it's pretty much speak for itself. So what we do is we'll put in a salmon.
Wow.
That's freshly grilled with the thyme and seasoned spice. If you really want to cheat, you can take a look and say, okay, how is it grilled? And it's grilled perfectly. It's not over grilled. I grew up as a farmer in Asia, and there are over 180 varieties of mango in the world. And so May or June give us the first harvest. And first harvest of anything, especially watermelon, the largest, we want to get as much volume out of it. And so we buy them one time and we freeze them. And so what it does is allow us to have the perfect mango with the best yield, with the highest quality, and that's allowed us to do this. Serve this.
So what do we got there?
Okay. So what we got now is a grilled salmon with the balsamic vinaigrettes, with the black tomatoes, with a 5 kale combination.
You're raising the grandchild in truth and righteousness by bringing him to Times and Seasons. it
So he
looks
can
like.
get truth and righteousness food. Not cookie cutter here. This is the real deal.
That's the real
Honestly,
deal.
it really is. It's really yummy.
Absolutely.
In the last couple of years, we discovered that there are over 1,700 varieties of rice. And what makes the rice unique is that they come in many long grain products, short grain products, and also at the same time, many color. We want as much antioxidant so that you don't age as much. And what we do is we take the white sticky rice, black sticky rice, and we blend it with jasmine rice, and we blend it with brown rice, and then we blend it also with red cargo rice. And so because black rice in general has just as much antioxidant as blueberry, this rice has all those rice in there, and it turns into what we call the time and season purple rice. And we go through thousands of the pounds of this stuff, and that would finish up with some fresh Thai basil, and that's what we would feed to this dish. So as you can see, the lamb is perfectly golden on both sides, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut it.
He'll holler across the room and say, "Did you get your salad yet?" Not yet. Okay, it'll be right there. And then pretty soon here comes the salad.
All right, so this is what you got is a Thai chicken stir fry.
Okay.
It has the custom rice blend. And so Asian eating, yin and yang. This is a light dish, this is a salty dish. So they combine them together.
Okay.
In the name of the game of cooking is a game of balance. And the best way I can describe that to my student is very simple. Imagine the chair that you're sitting on, and if you have too much sugar or too much salt or not enough salt, you can either add or subtract 4 inches off your chair. And what will happen is it will be imbalanced. And so everything has its opposites, salt, sugar. And so we start with the basic circle of basic cooking, according to me, because I'm not sure what other chefs feel about it, but my world is very simple. So this is the bone broth, and as you can see, there's a layer of clear fat on top, which is the bone broth.
Well, and that's a thing that's great about the food and what you're teaching us, is complementary opposites bring balance. And so finding things that are different than us or others can bring balance in our lives.
Right. And in the community that I'm from, we teach all our clients, regardless of what they eat, moderation in all things.
It's really good.
What is it unique? Have you had anything like that before?
No, I haven't actually.
Pretty good.
I didn't expect it to look like that, I guess. Be quite so green.
It's a little bit different, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's
good.
unique.
I'm glad you like it.
So we're going to take the pasta out, and the pasta is done. As you can see, the seasoning, what it does is just finish it, and it just balances it. Gives the perfect amount of spices and seasoning, and that's all we're going to do is
Every single time we come down, he has something special. And sometimes I'll just get a little text that says, "Oh, hey, I just got some shrimp in that you will just love. I just got some fresh fish in that is amazing. You will just love." We've come down here for a lot of other events. We've had we've had little wedding parties here. We've had birthday parties, and every time it's just this feast.
we're going to deglaze this right now with this compound butter. And so what that does is gives you a multi flavor that combine together into these butter, and just take it apart. This plate is warm. I'm also going to drop a bottle of hot sauce on the table.
Okay.
You've been warned, this will take the hair off your face. It's made with balsamic vinegar. Most of the hot sauce that we find is made with really cheap white vinegars. We find that the most antioxidant out of the vinegar family is the balsamic from Italy, and that's what we make it with. It's fairly mild. Some people it's hot, but if it gets too overpowering, we can give you some lime to go with it, and that'll take it right out of your mouth. Our goal is to bring in the 50 dishes of the world. What that means is that you don't have to travel to Thailand to find the best pad thai. You don't have to go to Spain to find the best steak, or travel to New Zealand or Australia to find the best lamb. All of that is in one place, so that I give you the best that I got at that moment in time. And we try to bring all that into one place. You don't have to go to Belgium to get chocolate here. All that is here to put it in one place, so that whatever your table or your family needs, wants a bowl of soup, got a cold, need a steak, want a salad, however you want to eat, we are able to accommodate your need within the compound of season and freshness. If I have it, I'll make it for you.
Wow, that's really good.
You need to come in and see Chef Hai at Times and Season here in North Salt Lake on Orchard Drive. What an amazing place. You'll be smarter, you'll be healthier, you'll learn a lot about history, and you'll leave more balanced, feeling great about yourself. Chef Hai, how do we find you?
So we have a North Salt Lake physical location, but we have a Bountiful zip code. So you can just type in Time and Season, and you'll find me at 3211 South Orchard Drive. Make sure it's South Orchard Drive. Google has mislisted us in here in Bountiful, and so we're here.
That's great. Come in and see Chef Hai, smarter, healthier, happier, and you'll feel better about yourself and the world. Right here, Times and Season, North Salt Lake, Utah.